Hey, brother, can you hear me good?
We can.
All right, perfect.
The man with the beautiful mic. Corey, why don't you kick this one off for us?
Yeah, William Shockey, my man. I got to apologize. Yesterday, I thought you were Canadian, but I know I got swiftly corrected. West Coast, you're not too far. You can probably throw a baseball to Canada from where you're from, so I wasn't that far off. But congratulations, my man. How are you feeling right now about watching the show back?
It felt really good. I mean, oh, see my flag's falling in the background there. See my power slide flag. Yeah. So it felt good. I mean, overall, like a win's a win. It's never the way you want to win, but seeing myself get up, I felt like I was good to at least throw another slap. I'm not. I was probably really out of it to where I wouldn't have been able to take another one. I don't think you know what I mean, but I feel like a good redemption rule would be good on that. If it's like, hey, if the guy's still good, let him get up and at least throw another slap. And if it's over, it's over.
I hear you. The first match that you had, you took care of it in one strike. Was there any stress or animosity sitting there for 7 days? Were any of the guys in the house giving it to you, whether you have a chin or not? Talk to me about that lead up and, did it get in your mind psychologically at all?
No, not at all. So, really, the whole lead up to me, I didn't have any issues with anybody in the house. So, um, I had probably one of the chillest times there, to be honest with you. It was kind of just relaxed, and um, we were kind of separated to a point to where it's like I didn't really see Isaac a whole lot. So, um, it was kind of odd. We didn't really see each other until like really like going up into our last day into going into the match. So there
Yeah.
wasn't really a whole lot of room for us to be, kind of at each other's throats even at all.
Gotcha. Talk to me about Isaac. I mean, he's not the most, over imposing guy in person. Talk to me about him and, what it was like facing off against him.
Isaac's a great guy. I to be honest with you, he was one of my favorite lightweights as well. All of my lightweights, I got love for all my lightweights there on the show. Got really close with all those guys, but he was a great opponent, and he's going to be going far in the sport because he's young. He's got all the time to work on his technique. I really think that he's going to be around for a good while. I couldn't ask for a better opponent going into my second match. I really like to run it back with him, just because of how it ended. It'd be really nice to just go ahead and just run it straight back because he was, now he's 1-1. I'm 2-0. It would kind of make sense that, or I know McGregor was saying maybe me and Riley. Really all the matchups just because there's so few of us make sense. But I really like Isaac a lot.
Awesome, man. So that's who you want next, potentially running back then.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like that just makes the most sense. Of course, we won't really have an idea, until the tournament fills out with, rankings and everything. But obviously, fights, with, when there's that few people, numbers in the rankings don't really matter so much. You can get guys that's, number two go against number 4 or 5, and it still makes sense. So um, I'm here for whoever, if they give me the call for, either the rematch or with Riley. I love all those guys. I'd be down for it.
Yeah. One last one from me. Are you fully recovered now? Did you get medically suspended after that or anything?
No, to be honest with you, like whenever I went to the back, the doctor checked me and he was just like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "You're all good." He didn't even say that I was on any type of suspension. Probably just like maybe around like the shortest time that I'm sure that you could get. But I felt great even after taking the first shot. Like right after we got backstage and everything, I was just like, "Man, I feel like I could still go." But um, it was definitely a hard shot, but I recovered just fine from it. I think that maybe like the next day I had a little bit of swelling, maybe just a little bit of red mark going on, but I didn't really wear a whole lot of damage, so I got lucky. It didn't really affect me too much.
Yeah, so obviously, you saw the other guys on here, Josh and Dakota, saying that they feel like they need another one before they go up against Trujillo. And I think, to be honest with you, the way the tournament style, there needs to be a third round between you at the moment. Not necessarily for lack of talent, but also just his dominance in the way that he's won these fights. For you, if let's just say for whatever reason you can't run it back with Isaac, What are your thoughts on Dakota? I mean, Dakota and Josh seem to kind of be okay fighting one another, but that puts you in a spot where you're kind of the odd man out. What would you say to somebody who has that question for you? If you and Isaac doesn't make sense next, for whatever reason, if Isaac doesn't want to do it or whatever, what would you say is kind of the next step?
Yeah, that's a good question. Because going into that semifinal round, it was kind of like one of those things where, you're good. I knew right away there's going to be an odd man out because there was 3 matches left. So it's like I knew I had to at least perform to try to get the knockout. And since that didn't happen, like you said, it kind of left you in an awkward situation where it's like, I'm 2-0, but like you said too, it kind of, Trujillo is so dominant. I feel like, a little bit more experience, maybe another couple of matches before going against him, that's not a bad idea for sure. But if somebody would ask me, like, as far as like where to go next, um, I would say, definitely try to run that back. But if not that, it definitely is something like maybe go against who loses against Josh and McGregor. Um, I feel like maybe that would make sense too because they'll be going into the final round, and whoever loses against them, maybe it makes sense for me to go against them for the next match. So um, it's up in the air really, but I'm down for it. Whoever they give me the call, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, I mean, you're a class act as always. Raiden's in the chat talking about you being sick in some way, and him thinking maybe you were going to fall out. If you feel comfortable, I don't know what that's about, but, do you want to elaborate on kind of what he's talking about?
Oh yeah, so definitely for sure. I was very sick. I know there's been a few people that commented before in a few episodes that there was like a sickness that went around the house, and we definitely were down and out. Not sure what it was, some type of virus for sure. But I'm the type of person. It's like I'll never make an excuse for myself. It's like if I can't beat somebody on my worst day, then that's on me because it's like I should be able to beat them on their best on my worst day. And if I can't do that, then that's just on me. But at the same time, I do think that that was something that went through the house and really took a toll on quite a few guys. It's something that I maybe a day, like a whole day, I had a fever before maybe like a day, 2 days before the match, but hydrated. I felt great. Weigh-in day, I felt absolutely amazing.
And there's a few people who got sick. Luke Simons is saying he didn't get sick. I'm assuming it's the raw eggs that probably keep him away from that sickness. But again, not the way you want to win, but it's a win nonetheless. Congratulations. Really excited to see what comes from you next. And you always have a home here at Slot News, man. Thank you so much for joining us.
I appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Can't wait to come back. I'll be back for sure. You know me. I'm a dog. I'll be back.
Yeah. Awesome. One quick question. Can you shine any light of why round 3 only had 3 matches and not an even number like 2 or 4? Do you have any background there?
Yeah, I mean, I think just because of how the first round when we went in, I think that because there were so many knockouts too, um, I don't think they had enough guys to really fill it out completely. Um, when you had like Riley who came back, but he didn't get knocked completely out. You know what I mean? You could have brought somebody back that didn't get completely knocked out, but you had Jay and Gianni both got knocked out, so it was kind of tough to fill it out. I think that was kind of the issue there is that there were so many knockouts. Um, then I think there might have been a possibility that they may have tried to have they were going to try to bring somebody back like from round 1 to go against Riley, but nobody was medically cleared. So I think that might have been the issue.
Gotcha, man. Appreciate you, man.
Awesome. Appreciate you
We'll
guys.
talk soon, Shockey. Thank you, my brother.
Appreciate you.